Good day, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Romualdo, and I study at the University of Science and Technologies of Southern Philippines. Before we continue on with the rest of the video, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered about the policies and guidelines for creating and posting information on social media about the University of Science and Technologies of Southern Philippines? How does the university make sure that the information posted online is accurate, professional, and reliable? Who manage the official Facebook pages, website, and announcements of the university, and how do they ensure the students and the public receive correct and trustworthy information? If you ever wondered about those things, then this video is for you. That's why today we will be discussing Media and Information Policies and Guidelines, the case of the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. We will be talking about how information is reviewed before being posted online, who manages the official communication platforms, and the role of the Strategic Communication Office in maintaining accurate and professional communication for students and the public. Now, you might be wondering, what is Strategic Communication Office and why is it important to our topic? Well, we will be answering that throughout this video. The Strategic Communication Office is responsible for managing the university official communication platform and social media pages. Any official information released by the university is reviewed, managed, and posted by this office to ensure that the information is accurate and reliable. Before we continue on, I would like to introduce Ma'am Lorraine R. Sitoy. She is the Information Officer and Director of Strategic Communication Office. She is important to our topic today because most of the information we gathered came from our interview with her. Now, the Strategic Communication or StratCom office mainly handles three main important areas: website content, news and announcement, and social media. These are important because they are the main platforms where students, faculty members, and public receives official information from the university. Now let's go on. Let's talk about social media pages. The office manages the official social media pages of USTP, as shown on this slide. This includes the university official Facebook page and YouTube channel. These platforms are used to post official announcement, event updates, academic information, achievements, and other university-related content. The Strategic Communication Office ensured that the content posted on these pages is accurate, appropriate, and aligned with the university standard. Since many students rely on social media for updates, properly managing this platform is very important in spreading reliable information quickly and effectively. Let's talk about news and announcement. Well, the StratCom office is also responsible for creating and releasing official news and announcement of the university. Before any news is posted, it goes through a process of reviews and fact-checking to ensure that information is correct and credible. As shown in these slides, these are the example of the official news posts released by the university. These announcements help inform students, the public about the important activities, achievements, program, and updates happening with the USTP. Now let's talk about website content. Aside from the social media, USTP also has its own official website. The StratCom office manages and updates the content found on the website. Their responsibility includes making sure that the website is user-friendly, organized, updated, and filled with accurate information. This is important because the university serves as one of the primary and most reliable source of official information about the USTP. Students and visitors often use the website to access announcement, academic information, and admission details and other important universities. As you can see here, these are the information you can get on the website alone. Now let's move on to the organizational structure of the Strategic Communication Office. Well, the StratCom office is composed of four main teams: communication team, media production team, marketing team, and website administration team. Each the communication team is responsible for writing content, preparing announcement, and posting official information on the university platforms. They help ensure that the information released by the university is clear, professional, and easy to understand. The example shown on the slide is one of the official posts created by the communication team for the university Facebook page. Media production team. The media production team creates videos, graphic, professional materials, promotional materials, multimedia content for the university. As shown in these slides, these are the examples of reels and video from the USTP official Facebook page. This team is responsible for filming, editing, and producing video for interviews, events, promotionals, and other university activities. Their work helped make the university content more engaging and visually more appealing. Let's go on to marketing team. The marketing team handles promotions, partnership, university events, and ambassador. Their role is important because they help improve the university public image and promote the university to wider audience. Most of their work happens behind the scene, but they still play an important role in maintaining the university branding and reputation. Let's go on to the website administration team. We all know that, as I've stated before, the USTP has their own website. Well, this team is specifically are the one that handles them. They are the one that updates, organize, and make sure that the website is functional and user friendly. Let's go on to the campus coordinator system for information posting. USTP has several campuses, which means one office alone cannot immediately manage all information coming from the different location. Because of this, each campus has their own campus coordinator. First, information comes from a specific campus. Then the campus coordinator organizes and fact-check the information before forwarding it to the StratCom office. The office then reviews and approves the information before it's officially posted on the university pages. This process helps ensure that all campuses release consistent and accurate information across official platforms. Now let's go on to social media policy of USTP. According to Ma'am Sitoy, all employees must adhere to a branding manual of the USTP. This branding manual will serve as a reference on how the USTP brand should be presented within the institution and to its stakeholder. It shall provide the USTP system with standard and specification concerning the messaging, graphics, and overall branding for when published printed, digital, virtual material. As you can see here, this shows the USTP logo, which shows that the logo is representation of the USTP. Let's go on to the USTP wordmark and signature colors. Well, the branding manual also contains rules regarding the official USTP wordmark and signature. The primary wordmark uses the book antique typeface written in uppercase letter. The logo and wordmark together forms the official USTP signature, which serves as the university main identifying mark. In the social media application, this complete signature should be used for official announcement and major university graphics. The logo should not be separated improperly or used without the following official format. The manual also has specific official university colors. The USTP blue, which symbolizes confidence, authority, and intelligence and unity. USTP gold, which represents glory, hope, brilliance, and optimism. Using the exact official colors helps maintain the university visual identity and makes official content easily recognizable online. The branding manual also includes official hashtag for the universities and the campuses, such as hashtag USTP, hashtag home of the trailblazers, hashtag USTP CDO, and many others. This hashtag helps improve consistency and makes university-related content easily identified online. The manual also specifies the official typeface used by the university, which is the book Antica is used for the official logo, and formal university identity, which Poppins used for campuses, units, heading, body text, and modern digital layouts because of its readability on online platforms. Another important part of the manual is the use of unit mark. A unit mark combines the official university logo with the name of a specific college, division, or campuses. This ensures the different campuses and departments still follow one consistent university identity while also identifying their own specific units properly. The manual also explains logo hierarchy and proper logo placement. The logo should always have enough visible space around it and should not be covered or crowded by other elements, text, or graphics. The branding manual also explains the clear space boundaries. This means the logo should always have enough space or breathing room around it to maintain clarity and professionalism. This manual also provides official horizontal and vertical logo format. Horizontal layout are commonly used for banners and headers, while vertical layout are more suitable for posters and social media posts and digital flyers. The distance and arrangement between the logo and the text should be manually changed because consistency is important in maintaining the university official identity. Lastly, the manual provides rules for placing the logo on the different backgrounds and media. The logo should always be placed on clean and readable areas to ensure visibility. Busy or distracting backgrounds should be avoided because they can make the logo difficult to recognize. The branding manual also explains how the logo should adapt on light and dark backgrounds. On the full color logo is used while the dark background, some parts of the logo may be changed to white for visibility before the gold USTP. Lettering should always remain visible as part of the university official identity. Now, to talk more about the process and the system of USTP, I will now hand this over to Ms. Lau.
Thank you, Mr. Romualdo. So, good day, everyone. Have you guys wondered why some announcements are considered official while others are not? So in USTP, information does not just get posted right away. It follows a process. So this presentation explains how information flows and how it is checked through dissemination, accuracy, and verification. So in an organization like USTP, communication is structured and controlled. Based on our interview with the president of the Strategic Communication, Ma'am Sitoy, information is not shared immediately. It goes through checking and approval. StratCom plays a key role in making sure that everything posted is accurate and aligned with the university's standards. So instead of just defining process and system, we can see them in action in USTP. A process is a step-by-step flow of information, while the system is how how different offices work together. For example, when there is an announcement, it doesn't go straight online. It moves through several people who review and improve it before posting. So in USTP, dissemination is important because it is not just sharing, it is controlled sharing. From the interview, offices are required to coordinate with the StratCom before posting an official information. This ensures the announcements are consistent and properly approved. So why does dissemination important? Dissemination is important because it keeps everyone informed in a clear and organized way according to the interview. This helps avoid confusion, especially when many people rely on announcement. For example, if different offices post different versions of the same information, it can confuse students. So USTP has a structured system under StratCom. There's also a branding manual just like what Mr. Romualdo said, that requires offices to register and manage their official pages properly. However, based on the interview, based on one challenge is that some pages are existed before the policy, so the university is now organizing and standardizing them. Based on the interview again, there is a flow of information in USTP. It starts from the source, then goes to the campus StratCom coordinator, then to the main StratCom office for review and approval. This step-by-step process ensures that information is checked before it is released to the public. StratCom is not just a posting office, it is a full of communication unit. According to the interview, it includes team, content, media production, and marketing, even a small number of staff. They handle communication across the whole university. USTP has official channels like website, verified social media pages. From the interview, only registered and approved pages are considered official. So these will help people identify which information is trustworthy. So why is information verification important? Verification is very important in USTP. From the interview, information is checked before it is posted to ensure credibility. This prevents errors and avoids spreading incorrect announcement. According to Ma'am Sitoy, USTP has a multi-level review system. First, the campus coordinator checks the content, then StratCom reviews it. After that, technical writers and information officers validate the details. This shows that information is not checked only once, it is checked several times. Information officers play a key role in reviewing content. They check accuracy, clarity, and structure. From the interview, they rely on writers' information but still verify important details when needed. Accuracy and communication. Accuracy is very important because people depend on official announcement. From the interview, incorrect information can affect many people. For example, wrong schedules or announcement can cause confusion among students and staff. According to the interview, there are no major cases, but if misinformation happens, StratCom responds by posting correct information. Also, since unofficial pages exist, the university encourages people to verify information from official sources before believing or sharing it. So, challenges in information management. There are several challenges in the university based on our interview. This includes managing many social media pages, controlling the flow of information, and adapting to new communication trends. Another issue is that not everyone follows policies immediately, so orientation is needed. Policy and continuous improvement. USTP continues to improve its communication system. Policies are updated based on changes in technology and audience behavior. From the interview, the university is also developing a more complete communication policy to strengthen its system. To further explain, I will now pass the discussion to Mr. Mana to discuss about the student handbook.
Okay. Hello everyone. Now we move on to the student handbook. Student handbook doesn't really have a separate section that labeled as social media policy. However, the social media handbook treats social media behavior as part of student conduct, meaning the students are still responsible for what they post and share online. The social media related rules can be found under Title 4, which is the Student Code of Conduct. This section contains the guidelines for proper student behavior and disciplinary actions for violation. It applies not only inside the campus but also outside, including online platforms like social media. Here's the content of the student handbook. Um, Under the Student Code of Conduct, offenses are divided into two types, academic and non-academic offenses. Academic offenses are related to schoolwork such as cheating or sharing exam answers online. Examples of non-academic offense involves behavior such as cyberbullying, posting offensive content, or disrespecting others on social media. Overall, even without a specific social media policy, we should remember our online behavior is still part of our responsibility as students. So now let's go to policy difference of students and employees. Let me start the question. When you think of social media rules, who do you think they most apply to? Students or employees? Yeah, we're gonna tackle on that. Based on our interview with Ma'am Sitoy, policies are more detailed and structured for employees, especially those handling official accounts, because they directly represent the university. But what students, do we have guidelines? Yes, we do, but they are more general. The student handbook requires students to behave properly even online, especially when posting about the school or other people. Now imagine managing an official university page. Should it be controlled or free to post anything? Of course, it's gonna be controlled. Like I said before, anything posted in official accounts represents the institution, so it needs approval and monitoring. For students, it's different. They are not official representatives, so they have more freedom. However, they are still expected to be responsible for what they post. We can see that the rules are stricter for employees. This is because they officially represent the university, especially through official pages. For example, posting incorrect information or inappropriate content can directly affect the school's image and may lead to serious consequences. Now we mentioned incorrect information or misinformation. This brings us to how it is addressed by students and employees. When it comes to handling misinformation, rules are stricter for employees. Since they manage official pages, they must ensure all information posted is accurate and verified. For example, posting a wrong announcement or false information can mislead many people and damage the university's credibility. On the other hand, students have more freedom when using social media. They can share opinions, repost content, or discuss topic online. However, they are still responsible for what they share again, especially if it involves the school or other people. Even though students are still expected to behave responsibly, there is still a gap in specific policies about misinformation because there are no detailed guidelines on how students should verify information before sharing it, which can lead to spread of false information or misleading content. Because of this gap, there is a need for clearer guidelines in the future. According to Ma'am Sitoy, they already have a plan on implementing a policy in social media. This will really help students understand their role in preventing the spread of false information online. Now I'm gonna pass it to Miss Pontipedra.
Now let's move on to StratCom challenges in digital and communication. Now we're going to talk about three main topics in this section, which is unofficial pages and online risk, media production and content creation, and challenges in implementation. Now let's talk about the unofficial pages and online risk. So
First, we're going to talk about is limited control over unofficial pages, long-standing existence of unofficial platform, and dependence on formal complaint system for online issues, and lastly, plans to create an official platform for concerns and communication. So let's go to limited control over unofficial online pages. So according to Ma'am Sitoy, one of the main challenges is that unofficial pages are completely outside the institution's authority, meaning the communication team does not have control over what is posted, shared, or discussed in these platforms. These pages are not officially managed, monitored, or regulated by the institution. So there is no direct way to enforce communication policies, correct misleading information, or remove harmful posts like this one. Next one is long-standing existence of unofficial platforms. So according to Ma'am Sitoy again, another difficulty comes from the fact that many of these unofficial pages have existed already active when the university was still under a different structure or name, which means they have been part of the online environment for years. Like this first picture, it is created 2009. So because of this long history, these pages already have established communities, followers, and patterns of engagement. People are familiar with them and continue to use them as spaces for discussion, whether formal or informal. Next one is dependence on formal complaint system for online issues. So when serious problems such as cyberbullying, harassment, or even online abuse arise, the institution cannot directly handle them through unofficial pages like this one. So instead, as what Ma'am Sitoy said, individuals who are affected are encouraged to file a formal complaint through the proper institutional offices like this. This process ensures the concerns are handled in a structured, legal, and professional manner. By going through official channels, complaints can be properly documented, investigated, and resolved by the appropriate authorities who have the power to take the action. Next one is we are gonna talk about the plans to create unofficial platforms for concerns and communication. To address these ongoing challenges, there are plans to develop an official platform where students, employees, and other stakeholders can directly arise their concern in a safe and structured environment. So this initiative aims to provide a trusted space where feedback, complaints, and issues can be properly submitted and addressed without relying on unofficial pages. Now let's go on to media production and content creation. First, we're going to talk about is strong focus on identifying the target audience, adjusting content length based on purpose and complexity of the message. Next is considering multi-stakeholders in content creation. And lastly, choosing the right format and storytelling approach for each message. First one we're going to talk is the strong focus on identifying the target audience. So the team places a strong importance on knowing exactly who the content is being created for, because this becomes the foundation of the entire production process. Before any filming, scripting, or editing, they first study and define the audience so that every decision in the content is guided properly. This is important because different audience consume information in different ways. For example, students are often more engaged with content that is visually appealing, fast-paced, and easy to understand, like this one.
In the heart of the bustling city of Golden Friendship stands the fortress that is home to many that paved the way and blazed the trail. A leading university with a vision to become the vital link between education and economy, living by the values of unselfish dedication.
What I like about USTP is the unselfish dedication and excellence of every trailblazer.
Social responsibility.
Now, while the partners, administrators, and even stakeholders may prefer content that is more formal, structured, and informative.
Mga sulod. My name is Harold John Maila, an alumnus and a member of the pioneering batch of USTP Balubal.
So, by identifying these differences, the team is able to shape message in a way that feels more personal and relative to the viewer. This approach increases the chances that the audience will stay engaged because they feel that the content is specifically designed for them rather than something generic. Now let's go on to adjusting content length based on purpose and complexity of the message. So according to Ma'am Sitoy, another important approach is the careful adjustment to content length depending on the purpose of the material and how complex the topic is. The team does not simply make all content short just because modern audience tend to have shorter attention span. Instead, they evaluate what the message needs to order to be properly understood. Some topics require more explanation, background information, and storytelling to fully deliver their meaning, while others can be effectively communicated in a short and direct format. Next one is considering multiple stakeholders in content creation. So, according to Ma'am Sitoy, the team also recognized that their content is not just created for a single group of people, but for a wide range of audience, including students, employees, and even institutional stakeholders. Each group has different expectations, level of understanding, and reasons of engaging with the content. Because of this, the production process must take into account multiple perspectives to ensure that the message remains inclusive and effective. Now let's go on to choosing the right format and storytelling approach for each message. So the team carefully selected how each message will be presented depending on what they wanted to achieve. They understand not all information should be delivered in the same way because different messages require different levels of engagement and explanation. Some content is more effective when delivered through storytelling, where viewers can connect emotionally and understand context in more engaging way. So now let's go on to the last topic, which is challenges in implementation. So first we're going to talk about is delayed adoption of policies by employees, need for repeated orientation and continuous reorientation, building a culture of responsibility and accountability, and lastly, constant reminders to ensure compliances. So we're going to talk about first the delayed adoption of policies by employees. So one of the major challenges in implementing USTP media policies is delay in actual adoption by employees. So even after the employees policies such as information protocol are officially disseminated, employees do not automatically change their behavior. Awareness does not instantly lead to compliances. Many employees are already assume that their previous way of handling communication, announcement, and media-related tasks, and adjusting to new guidelines requires unlearning old habits and developing new routines, which naturally takes time. Some may not immediately see the occurrence or importance of applying the policy, especially if they feel that their current practices are already effective. Now let's go on to need for repeated orientation and continuous reorientation. So implementation does not end after one announcement or orientation seasons. Employees require continuous guidelines, in clarification, and reinforcements to fully understand and realize the policies. Over time, many people forget important details, especially if they do not regularly deal with media-related tasks. In addition, institution experience staff turnover, meaning new employees must also be orientated about existing policies. Now, for the next one, we're gonna talk about building a culture of responsibility and accountability. So, Ma'am Sitoy said the most long-term challenges is transferring the policies from within rules into shared institutional culture. True implementation happens when employees no longer need constant reminders because following the policy has become a natural part of their professional behavior. Achieving this level of internalization takes time, patience, and consistent leadership. It requires employees to not understand the rules but also recognize their importance in protecting the institution's image, credibility, and communication standard. And last is constant reminders to ensure compliance. So, Ma'am Sitoy said that other challenges is the necessity of consistency, reminding employees to follow the policies. Even when the guidelines are clear, employees may unintentionally revert to old habits if there are no follow-up or reminders. Busy schedules, multiple responsibilities, and competing priorities can cause employees to overlook certain protocols. Because of this, the administration must regularly communicate and importance of adhering the media policies. So now let's go on to Maila to discuss the other one.
Thank you so much, Miss Pontipedra. So, have you ever noticed how quickly communication changes online? What works today may already be outdated tomorrow. That's why policies in USTP are not fixed.
They continuously adapt to keep up with new challenges and communication trends. Now, for policy adaptation and media literacy in USTP by StratCom, based on our interview with Ma'am Sitoy, policies in USTP are continuously updated. This means they evolve depending on the needs of the university and changes in communication practices. For example, this Student Handbook 2021 edition and the Student Handbook 2018 edition. In Title 3, in 2018 edition, Title 3, Student Rights, there are 6 chapters, while in 2021 edition, same title, but they added 2 policies, which is academic freedom and student publication. Next is policies or issues that triggers revision include unregistered social media pages and inconsistent use of policies across offices. Policies are also revised based on several factors, and these includes changes in communication trends, the emergence of new social media platforms, and the shift in audience behavior and preferences. And in today's digital world, information spreads in just seconds. But not all information is accurate and reliable. This is where media and information literacy becomes important. Next is Media Information Literacy, or MIL. Currently, there are no formal MIL programs under StratCom, as this is mainly handled by the academic sector. However, the office is open for future collaboration for developing MIL initiatives. And even without formal programs, MIL is still promoted through responsible practices. These include verifying or using credible sources and avoiding the spread of unverified content. At the same time, this also highlights a gap, particularly in the lack of student-focused guidelines when it comes to social media use. And this suggests that while awareness is encouraged, there is still a need for more structured guidance for students. And that is all for our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.